Hi guys, how are you? So nice to connect to you. My name is Laura from Pleiadian Healer at pleiadianhealer.com. And today we will continue our series, Random Insights, that I have on sessions and also other psychics. And today I'm going to briefly talk about the psychic attacks that came through with Magenta Pixie. So on my old channel, which had 5,500 followers up until November, I had aired the Gigi Young review video, and then right after YouTube Live with Gigi Young, meaning psychic attacks that Gigi Young kind of evoked after that video. So this was back in September 2022. And I know there are a lot of new followers on this channel. So just to give you a bit of a background, some videos that are airing more recently, they already aired a few months ago or even like a few years ago on the old channel. So just catching up on information that's important for you guys. And that's why I'm re-airing all the old stuff. Having the old channel taken down didn't do anything in regards to the New Age agenda. None of the New Age videos were ever in danger. It was more perhaps the other information, meaning agendas of 2020 and on. So it's done no good to any of these New Agers that sent all those psychic attacks towards my old channel, because this channel will be blowing up. I can already tell you that much, and it will succeed the other channel by the thousands of numbers. But anyhow, back to the story. In my YouTube Live, which I'll also link on all of that in this video, I had already kind of discussed. So Gigi Young, the psychic attacks that came through, like always with these people, I already noticed the same with Elizabeth April and Lori Ladd as well. Their reviews are going to go up too, or have already gone up at this point whenever I aired this video. These psychic attacks always come through in the dream state. They always try to send these weird, strange dreams my way. And because I am so tapped in at this point and so in tune with my own soul language, I know exactly what's going on. So in the case of Gigi Young, I didn't even expect that video to blow up. By the time at the end of it, like I think by November 2022, it had like 3,000 views on that old video. So hopefully we'll get the same amount on this channel too with Gigi Young, but if not, it's whatever. I already made my point. So the video blew up overnight, gained like thousands of views overnight. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. I didn't even know so many of my old followers were following her. They were deceived by her and her misteachings and everything. So during that same night, which I actually happened to be somewhere else, I was actually at the beach because it was September, it was right around Labor Day and everything. I was doing this beach vacation, and I had like this strange dream that someone was trying to take the channel away from me, which ended up turning true, obviously, but it had to do with people wanting to push me down like this auditorium and the steps and everything that belonged to it. And then there were a whole bunch of other things in that dream, which I kind of rehashed in the YouTube Live, but it was like this massive amount of psychic attack that came through from Gigi Young and her crowd. And then as it turns out, Gigi Young went to Magenta Pixie's Telegram group. She actually commented in her chat at one point, and then I guess Magenta Pixie saw a reason to start harassing me. I mean, she's been harassing many others as well, including people I already mentioned in previous videos, so it's nothing new. But basically, she sent a whole bunch of her trolls towards my channel. So this is from both Gigi Young and Magenta Pixie. And it kind of went the other direction, though, because it induced me and really motivated me to do that other video on Magenta Pixie. And then everything started. I felt like the entire shit show, for lack of a better word, really started, because then I got to see what really happens with these psychics, like what's really in their field, And so the entire Gigi Young Magenta Pixie drama, what I got, and this is back in September, so I'm just going to look at my notes here again for people who know me, basically what had happened was the night before, or the night right after that Magenta Pixie drama really happened, because she started like really posting a million posts on her Instagram, her Telegram, and all of that, and just send people towards me. And then it was all mentioned like in her chat, which I guess she thought I didn't have access to or whatever. And then there was this entire drama. But what I saw during those nights around that, so right after it happened, because it was still summer, I actually found cockroaches all over. It's like summer is like the cockroach season here. So I would find these random cockroaches in places you would never see them really, even during that time of year. And I was like, whoa. I mean, cockroaches in the spiritual meaning, everything's a sign, right? So the universe gives you smaller signs until it gives you larger signs. But basically, I would find cockroaches, and I'm like, interesting. I find cockroaches right after dissecting through both Magenta Pixie and Jiji Yang. So for me, it just means they're that, they're basically just cockroach. A cockroach is basically just something is not relevant. It has no purpose in this world. It just exists. It eats shit, for the lack of a better word. And it's literally, cockroaches can eat everything, including that, just to survive. So there's nothing spiritual about being a cockroach, and for me, that really meant, wow, they are cockroaches in that sense, like you can start to destroy them. They're just it's kind of like clones and robotoids, like the soulless beings that just kind of keep replicating over and over again. But at the end of the day, their life doesn't have much meaning. And so that's huge insight that came through right away already. So this is like September-ish. And then I also had these images of, I'm gonna look at the dates here. I had these images when tapping into Magenta Pixie's energy. First of all, super draining, right? But the main image that definitely popped up, and this makes a lot of sense because, she has like her witchy red hair, which is like a fake color and all of that. But she really does kind of portray herself as that witch at this point. She has like toxic poison kept popping up, like every time, like really dark energy, toxic poison when kind of tapping into Magenta Pixie's end. So it's kind of like this green bottle. And it's not surprising because everything she kind of posts about, she always posts about like strange stuff, like the tea tree oil agenda or whatever, like all of that nonsense that keeps people hooked into like the false hopium and everything. But yeah, basically the main one was, there was like this purple energy and kind of like, so I saw like deep sea fishing surrounded by black goo, darkness AI, purple, magenta AI. So Magenta Pixie kind of equals like the magenta colored AI. And then me as a golden heart shining through all of that. But then the dark sea trying to swallow me. AI, intention getting lost. So a lot of like ocean energy somehow. So obviously this person was very upset, you could really tell. I mean, the best comment I read on her Instagram at one point was this one person saying like, okay, so you've made 8 posts on this person. Don't you just want to let it go? Don't you just want to be the bigger person? Like Magenta Pixie would not let it go. That was like the main thing, how these people have trauma, like deep rooted childhood trauma. If like someone reviews them, someone gives an honest opinion on them, and all they can do is basically bombard their Instagram and Telegrams with posts and send a troll army towards their channel and try to report every single video or whatever. So there's not going to be successful with just channel. I can already tell you that much. But I definitely received comments that say a lot in regards to that, which I might go through in a different video in the future. But what I also saw was the slimy dark octopus. There was so much drama with both Magenta Pixie and Jiji Yang setting a wheel in motion. Like Jiji Yang doesn't even matter in the equation of all of this. Like Magenta is really like the main key player behind all of those psychic attacks. And I kept seeing like these octopus tentacles. So the octopus tentacles, if you've seen my one video on how we were tricked to come here and everything, that has a lot to do with the demiurge. So kind of like she's connected to that false AI world that created like the entrapment, the prison planet Earth and all of that. How she's connected to that, I don't know, but she must be like some sort of AI that has to do, maybe she's like kind of strung along with it. I don't know. Definitely deserves a further read on it. But the cockroaches was already pretty telling. The entire like toxic poison bottle that I saw when tapping into her energy. And also, just like the word magenta, like it doesn't make me feel happy. Let's put it that way. Like magenta is like one of those witchy words. So anyone who has a name, Magenta Pixie, already says a lot. And obviously she can have whatever name she wants, but people do choose their name for a reason, right? And yeah, it was just like this very toxic purple energy. So nothing like golden or light or beautiful soul. I didn't see that at all. which makes sense because if she's AI, she wouldn't have a soul, right? She would just be like this empty shell. Yeah, so that's pretty much, I think, everything I wanted to share. I felt there was something else, but I can't remember it right now. And it's also interesting how they keep trying to erase your mind, right? But I think this is already pretty long for that type of insight, and there will be more videos. So obviously more informative videos coming up, more reviews coming up. And if you want to have more information on what I personally do, you can go to my website, pleiadianhealer.com. No toxic poison called in, and definitely no AI. And until then, have a beautiful day and enjoy. Bye, guys.